Alrighty, I think we're all up. Huh. Yeah, of course that one doesn't. Um, let's see if we're going. Um, welcome, welcome. I am Kep. We're rock and rolling on this Tuesday, the 4th of April. Um, yes, so looks like we're up. Uh, at least it says we're up. At least it says we're going. And that one is. Huh. Welcome. I am Kep. We are back on a Tuesday. Um, I don't have that shared yet. Oh, shit. That's why. Um, alrighty. Let's put me up there. I'm just a hair. Yeah. I wish I figured out how to save this shit. Hi. Welcome. We are back. It's another wonderful day in the neighborhood. Uh, Tuesday, what crazy shit we got going on? It's always a wacky, crazy fucking week. Every day is wacky. We like to laugh, Ford. Tuesday, what crazy shit we got going on? Okay, now that's working. Yeah, Ford was founded by Henry Ford. Toyota was founded by Toyota. And Volkswagen was founded by who? All these lefties wanted to love the fucking Volkswagens. You had what's her face? Alyssa Milano. When we were Elon Musk is evil, Tesla's bad, blah 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 blah. Even though it's an EV car and all the lefties should love it. And she said she sold her Tesla for a Volkswagen because it's of what they stand for. Famously, Volkswagen is the people's car, founded by the Nazis under direction of Adolf Hitler. It was a copy of Henry Ford, to copy what Henry Ford had done to America, revolutionizing like the assembly line and everything else. And during this time period, especially during World War II, we were cranking out freaking B-52 every hour, pretty much. We could slap engines together pretty damn fast. So, yeah. of course. So I'm just going to jump around here. We got a lot of different shit to kind of hit on. Of course, we're going to hit on the Fauci bullshit. It's still there. Are we ever going to get to the truth of what COVID and all the bullshit? I mean, it's not just a swamp in DC. It's a fucking sewer. It's terrible. So, but like I said, we like to laugh a lot. It's fun. Down here a little bit better. Excuse me. Hide that. So, now we all know the famous Marco Rubio meme. It has spawned a whole bunch of things. And Marco Rubio, the Secretary of State, he's doing a great job. He's handling lots of different aspects of more than just being the Secretary of State. This guy is by far Trump's right-hand man in a lot of ways. Not that JD isn't doing a phenomenal job too, but Marco knows how to play ball, and he's got a lot of fight in him for being a Cuban from Cuban heritage. Cubans are known for their good work ethic. Obviously, there's some bad seeds that are in Cuba, and we saw a bunch of them get released to the United States in the 80s and shit. They made a famous movie after that, Scarface. But this him sitting there listening to the president talk from the Resolute desk. This is in the Oval Office, and he says that these chairs were the couches are terrible. If you don't have like a cushion behind you, yeah, it looks like you're going to slouch. I mean, they just kind of the couches swallow you up more or less. But this spawned a shit ton of these memes of being astronauts to the Swiss Army knife. We were going to release the files on what's its face. UFOs, the UAPs. Of course, that was the Men in Black. You got being the Easter Bunny, to being the Pope after the Pope died last year. To take it over for Green Bay. He was just going to be the jack of all trades. Well, Dan Scavino has put up a whole board for him, and he updates it all the time with all the different pictures. Fucking hilarious. These guys love that's how Trump won a lot, and a lot of the people on the right that are winning is knowing how to use memes. That's the gist of it. It's just we tell truths and spread truth through memes, and it's a way for people to remember. I mean, you got a meme that goes along with a saying that goes along with something you would think was kind of radical, but it actually wasn't. It's but the memes are great. The memes are great. Now, we all remember this incident up there in Somaliland. I mean, Minneapolis, Little Mogadishu. And we've been having troubles with the TPS, the temporary protected status. Temporary. Not long. You're going to go home. And we've found that we've got people been here for over 2 decades, pushing 3 decades or longer, of refugee status, temporary protective status. And we have seen nothing but injunction after injunction after injunction from these judges, these rogue judges that keep going against what the Supreme Court says. They keep blocking stuff Trump does. Just because you're a federal judge does not mean you have the power to block the president. The Supreme Court does. Congress does. Not federal judges. Well, and this is the type of thinking we're trying to get rid of.
So I'm Somali. I'm proud to be Somali.
Go back to your country.
To me, being Somali isn't just eating bananas with rice.
It's a bananas and rice. We gotta have bananas and rice.
It's a lot. It's like it's an interesting thing. It's very hard to describe what it means to be Somali and what it means to be American, but it's like a cultural fusion. It's kind of like the bananas and rice. People don't really see, like, it's people don't think, oh, you can eat bananas with rice, but that's what it's like to be Somali and American. It's like that combination of banana and rice, but you're gonna get what I mean.
No, we don't get what you mean, but about the bananas and rice. We have no fucking clue what the fuck you're talking about. But we're trying to end this protected status, send them back to Somalia, where they came from, instead of leeching and being part of these criminal organizations of the Democrat Party that have laundered billions and billions of dollars. We can only track so much, but the wasteful spending and all the fraud that's been going on, that's the reason why we have a $38 trillion deficit. It's not that it's a deficit. We're $38 trillion in fraud. So Representative Andy Ogles decided, you know what, this is enough. Enough's enough. We need to start impeaching these judges. And this should have happened after the first time a Supreme Court or a federal judge disobeyed the Supreme Court judge. We should have impeached them then. We're waiting. We're 2 years down the road, 2.5 years down the road. You know, this decision was made last year in 2025 as far as being not being able to do this. So we should not be the dumping ground for any country. Any country. You know, like what Scarface talked about was Castro opened up his prisons and sent all the prisoners, and murderers, rapists, thieves, sent them all across into the ocean, and they wash up in Miami or so, and it wasn't the best and brightest people coming to America. It was the dredges of life. No different than what Venezuela was doing, Colombia was doing, all these countries were doing during the Biden administration, and now they're all up here. That's what, yeah, we've deported lots and lots of people, millions of people. That's scary that if millions of those were all criminals, hardened criminals. The only way we can be a sovereign state is with borders. We can't afford to keep getting invaded over and over again. And these are not the good people. These are Muslims. Now, which one would you rather follow? If you just started over blankly, said, I know nothing about any of the religions in the world. This is my first time here. We got three major religions. Judaism, who's still waiting for the Messiah, God, to come. You had Jesus Christ, who, born a Jew, opened up the new door to being a Christian, follow Christ, and a step away from Judaism. And then out of the Abraham God, the God from Abraham spawned out Islam later on in the 600s. But if you read what they have wrote, Jesus loved, blessed, prayed for them, helped them, give to them, do good to them, be merciful to them, forgive them. Otherwise, it's Muhammad is kill, crucify, slay, fight, slaughter, besiege, terrorize, maim. Which religion is better? Christianity is what is aspired here in the United States. This whole experiment, like I talked about on the 4th of July, the whole experiment with having a country like ours, this experiment where people were the freest was the understanding of what God wanted us, intended for us to do, what Jesus intended for us to do. Our society, our Constitution does not hold that same value hand in hand with laws, and religion are hand in hand, and people are treated fairly. Women are not seen as worse than goats. Whereas Islam is a terroristic ideal that has slaughtered millions in the name of their religion. And I'm not saying that the Christians didn't do the same thing. The Spanish were responsible for killing off millions of indigenous people in the new land by bringing in, typhoids and diseases that they never occurred over there. And we had old villages get wiped out in the matter of 50, 60 years. And then the forest just swallows everything back up. But our ideals and the way that keeps this country free cannot survive with an idealistic religion like Islam. It just can't, because we give women rights and they don't give women rights. Go ahead, be on their side. Be on their side. That I didn't want to get into. We got a big ass fire out in
where investigators have arrested a man.
Washington. Another big forest fire, like the forest fires we have every year, all year for that matter, and a lot due to poor land management. Obviously, there have been numerous forest fires before we hit this land, and it probably wouldn't have affected a lot of Indians and stuff like that, Native Americans. But the biggest thing that they want to talk about is climate change. Well, the forest is so dry because we're not getting the rain. In there, you open it up to lightning strikes can start fires, throwing cigarettes out. Nature has a way of taking care of itself. If it gets too much undergrowth, it will take care of it and turn it into ash. That way, plants and life can flourish. The soil doesn't need the carbon anyway. A little bit more pure form of carbon. But again, it's always, when these big, huge, raging fires, it's always, well, it's climate change. It's climate change. Climate change is causing this. Climate change is causing it to be too wet, too dry, just right. Climate change is causing the fires. So if we're saying nature is starting fires, okay, that's lightning. Okay. You're not going to stop that. And that's still not climate change, because guess what? We've had lightning since the beginning. But again, is it climate change or is it forced climate change? Well, it's nothing forced about it, because
They believe started the region's largest wildfire. He has a previous manslaughter conviction and is now accused of first-degree arson, as thousands are forced from their homes. Sarah Legre reporting live from Spokane, Washington for us on that. Sarah?
Hi there, Sandra. I mean, what you're seeing here is just a fraction of what was destroyed by the Old Trails fire. It broke out Saturday afternoon, and it's the fire investigators now believe was intentionally set. Take a look here. I want to show you more of this area. You're just seeing home after home left in ruins, and it's one of several neighborhoods in northwest Spokane within city limits that looks like this. Here's the man investigators say started it. He's 37-year-old Aaron Farinacci. He's a Spokane resident.
Has destroyed at least 700 buildings and displaced 70,000 people. Climate activists, probably. We're going to find out.
And now charged with first-degree arson. He's being held in the Spokane County Jail on a $1 million bond.
Of course, we're not going to find out anything, because they've already gone through and scrubbed his internet. I don't know how they get away with doing this, but somehow they can get on there and scrub most all of his social media profiles instantly before we even know the name. Shit's getting scrubbed. Thankfully, we do have Wayback Machines, but sometimes it misses things.
The sheriff confirming yesterday he has a dangerous criminal background out of Arizona.
Mr. Fernacci is a convicted felon out of the state of Arizona. He has a felony conviction for manslaughter and a preceding arrest in the same case in premeditated murder in the state of Arizona.
Investigators arrested him Monday afternoon after serving a warrant at Fernacci's house. They found a lighter and waterproof matches while detaining and searching him. Investigators say a witness reported seeing a man near the tree line before spotting smoke. Now, early Saturday, with the help of 45-mile-an-hour wind gusts and hot, dry conditions, that fire grew very quick and became the largest in the Spokane area. Fire crews have since been working to fully contain 3 active ones burning here. They've collectively destroyed at least 700 buildings, forced nearly 70,000 people to evacuate, and burned more than 10,000 acres with 0% containment. Now, investigators have not yet linked the suspect here to the 2 other active wildfires burning here in Spokane County, and we do expect him to make his first court appearance.
Yeah, it's going to come out. He probably started all 3. And being that this is out in Washington, he's probably going to end up with a fucking slap on the wrist, like a couple years in jail, 10 years probation. We'll suspend most of that 10-year sentence down to good behavior and everything else, so maybe a couple of days in jail, and you'll be free, because some lefty judge is going to feel sorry for him and let this fucker go free. No responsibility for any of their actions. It's hard to have law and order when you have judges that just want to do that. That's why we need to start doing this and impeaching these fucking judges. Maybe they'll get it. But again, it's not fucking climate change. Another arsonist. We found out the Palisades fire was arson. We still don't know exactly what happened in Maui, but I have a very good suspicion of what happened in Maui. Otherwise, yes, you got dry conditions for a while. Everything dries out. Pine needles, especially up in that areas and stuff, and they dry out. If you don't have constant rain to keep everything kind of moving along and biodegrading back into dirt, a little spark of lightning hits trees. Get on YouTube and pull up how many thousands of trees that were caught on camera getting struck by lightning. It happens all the time. And yeah, they start fires. So if it's already dry and gets hit by lightning, yeah, okay, that's something you can't really prevent. Can we as a society, now that we know how to manage land, why aren't we utilizing that? Well, we don't want to have a little fire that burns 1,000 acres, and that just kind of makes it, it's bad for the environment. But we don't want to attribute, we don't want to get into the climate change as much. We would, the climate change. Well, this isn't helping by any means. Instead of doing one burn, let kind of area clear out, do another burn, just burn some acres here and there. You don't have to burn the whole fucking thing down, but you create areas where your chances of having fires, if there is a fire, can be contained a lot faster. It makes sense. We built a fucking city on one of the biggest rivers in the northern hemisphere that at the time it moves back and forth down in the delta of the Mississippi River down to New Orleans. We contained the river so downtown doesn't get flooded, and it doesn't snake itself this to the east and to the west and to the north to the south. It used to do it all the time. I mean, I watched my creek make a new path over the 2 decades I lived there. I grew up and all. So, again, I don't think this guy's going to get anything hard on him by any means because, you know, it's in Washington. It's so fucking liberal there. We're just in Washington again. That's still not going to do that. Okay. Let's just check it. I don't know why that chat is still up. Oh, it's not. Okay. Interesting. So the big thing now, too, is the DSA, Democrat Socialists of America. We're not quite communists, even though we everything in our books say we're communists. Even Bill Maher understands what they're going through.
It's not communism, it's socialism. Okay. Quote, don't tell me I'm not seeing what I am seeing.
Replace the presidency and Supreme Court as we now know them. Yep.
So we wouldn't have a president and we wouldn't have a Supreme Court. It'd be something different. Okay?
Defund the Pentagon.
Absolutely.
No military. Defund the Pentagon. So we defund the military.
Abolish prisons, at least in large part.
Yeah, again, that as part of a long-term program, yeah.
Government.
No prisons. So murder's legal. Okay.
Or public ownership of most large corporations.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's communism.
And the government does away with corporations. The government is the corporation. That's straight up fucking communism. That is just straight up communism.
My vote is in play. I'm not living in communist America.
Yeah. I don't want to live in communist America either. Again, communism was, in a way, the Communist Party of the U.S. was supposedly got rid of, but again, we do have First Amendment free speech, so we can entertain these ideas, even though they are terrible fucking ideas. But then again, we get back. Well, see, socialism hasn't worked. You're right. That's because it wasn't done right. It wasn't done in practice right. Huh? Say what? I mean, Denmark's making a go of it in a way, the socialism with the over 50% tax on your income. I sure as fuck don't want to go to work, get paid $20 an hour and only take home $10 an hour or $8 an hour. Oh, well, I got free health care. Really? Does it really work that well? Why is it that we see all these people with free health care come to the United States then? For treatments, or even out of those countries to other countries. Socialism won't work. And the only way we can get socialism fully into the United States is cancel off the Constitution. The Constitution is not set up to be a socialist structure. It's set up to be freedoms and a government that has checks and balances. And the original framers had in mind that the Constitution and the federal government would be relatively small in comparison to state governments. The states should have the final say-so. That's why we ended the Bill of Rights with, hey, you know what? If we did not include anything here in the Bill of Rights and the body of the Constitution, if we don't directly say it's in there, then it's all up to the states. And that's the reason why Roe v. Wade got overturned, was the federal government had no rights to step in on that. That was a state issue. That's handled at a state level. A lot of cases should be handled at a state level, but they always refer back to the Supreme Court to rule on some of this stuff, even though it falls underneath the 10th Amendment. Not a lot of lawyers argue the 10th Amendment, but there's a lot of cases where I feel there should be justification for it. This article came up, and it quite just turned my stomach. These parents starved a baby for 75 days, more or less. 75-day-old baby was starved to death. And these fuckers got no jail time. Of course, it's in New York State with a Democrat judge. The baby was born healthy on April 20th. Follow-up appointments, they were concerned about the weight gain. She was at 6 pounds, 8 ounces at birth. She was only 8 pounds, 4 ounces at the time of her death. So 20-some ounces that she gained in 75 days, 2.5 months. She died of malnutrition and dehydration. They pled guilty. They're charged with manslaughter. And all we can do, here's the couple. And they don't serve any time. 5 years probation after just 45 days in jail. 5 years probation for killing your kid. It's a liberal fucking judge, liberal fucking state. They want abortions all the way up to and including birth. She really didn't want the kid. She went through with it, but you know what? I just did what Ralph Northam said. I just left it alone and just let it. Just an abortion after the fact. Well, that's murder, and it's murder before that, too. These people should not be on the streets. This judge has failed the people of the United States. These judges are failing we, the people. They don't give a fuck about our safety. I don't understand the long-term goal of where they think they will stand in the hierarchy of socialism / communism, where these activists are all going to fit in. They don't understand that they are going to be some of the first people fucking slaughtered, starved to death. But I just thought that was just fucking disgusting. We talk about keeping on the subject of constitutionality and our safety and everything else. We've got all these flock camera issues that are, people are starting to wisen up about it. But not fast enough. They want to keep an eye on us. I forgot where I was going with a lot of that shit. But for our safety, they have this up because we can catch criminals. We can catch criminals and then release them on 5 years probation for doing something bad. But it's just for license plate readers. Those flock cameras are just license plate readers.
I realize what it is. There's a man in back of this place.
There's a flock camera on a bicycle trail. Bicycles don't have license plates. This is also a trail where people run, walk their dog. So why is there a license plate reader there? That's a license plate reader. So we've been told. So we've been told that this is a fucking like just a license plate reader. But it's more than that. Obviously, it's more than that. Look at that. That's up here. That's a pipe. There's a road up here, but this isn't going to the road. This is walking out.
He's the one who's doing it.
It's very easy to see what's going on here. See, here's the tunnel, and here is the camera. Now, let's go ahead and zoom into the camera. You can see very clearly that it is pointed directly at the tunnel, and there it is. The reason for this is because these cameras are not just being used for license plate reading anymore. No. They are now being pointed in locations that they think there might be heightened criminal activity, so they may think that some criminals are going to do things in this tunnel. The problem is that we were told that these are license plate readers, but they're not being used for that. They're being used for mass surveillance of areas where they think that crimes might occur. So as you can see, it is already expanding to what it was not supposed to be.
Then I realized what it is.
So why not just have closed circuit TV, camera for that just goes to the police station? No, this goes into a federal database. More of your data centers. This is why we need data centers. It's this thing right here. How much information is that thing pushing out? How many millions and millions of bytes of information getting sent back? Sometimes using your own phone. High crime area? Yeah, okay. I get you. I understand that. But again, why do we have to have everything around? If it's a camera, it's a camera. But this is more than just a fucking camera. These things get into your phones. They're pinging information to you through your phone, gathering information. That's geo-tracking. Oh, where do I go from here? The Fauci shit, the lies, the bullshit. I don't think there's anybody better to have in the position as Secretary of the Department of Health and Human Services, being RFK Jr. I really didn't care for him too much because he's Kennedy. He was always a liberal, but he's a old school Democrat. He is just like he is his dad's kid. His views are the same as Dad and his uncle, which are considered a lot right-wing propaganda now, or right-wing, not propaganda, but right-wing thinking in a lot of ways. Not that one. Not that one. Not that one. I forgot what I did with that one. I did not have the Dana Bash one up, but he went after Dana Bash the other day, her complaining about the COVID response, whatever. He just laid into her. CNN is obviously a propaganda arm of the Democrat Party, same with MSNBC or MS Now, whatever the fuck you want to call it. CBS, that they've all turned liberal. They don't actually ask questions. They should have been asking questions the whole time. Like, are you sure? Anthony Fauci, though, how do you think that the science is settled? That's kind of contradictory to what the definition of what science is all about. No, they never asked those questions. And Fauci wouldn't have gone on to anything that would have done it. But how long, we're 100% sure that COVID came out of a lab. How many other diseases have come out of labs? Big long conspiracy theory that Lyme disease came off of Lyme Island and by deer crossing a good river, ocean, to land and contaminating everything, giving people Lyme disease, HIV, RSV. We have questions about a lot of this shit because how deep does this swamp go? We know our government has poisoned us in the past. They've admitted to it. The Tuskegee experiment, where they gave a whole bunch of black people syphilis and didn't tell them they had syphilis. But he's not afraid to back the fuck down.
Disease that almost certainly came from these experiments that is now devastating our country. RSV that came from a laboratory, which is now the biggest killer of children in our country. And of course, the COVID-19 pandemic, which was a trauma for the whole globe. And all of those have been linked credibly to gain-of-function research. So it's something that with enormous cost and no proven benefits.
Yeah. And again, the gain-of-function, it's a very slippery slope. Let's create something, and then we'll worry about trying to cure it. But they're never... A lot of times what they come up for cures is the one that actually gets you with the side effects and hurts you worse or kills you. RSV is terrible. But now it's getting pretty prevalent in adults, especially aging adults. Same with Lyme disease, just affects anybody that can get hit by a deer tick. I am somehow really surprised I have not gotten Lyme disease. I grew up traipsing through the timber daily. Wintertime, summertime, didn't matter. I was always out in the timber, especially summertime, springtime, fall time. Somehow I did not get it. I lucked out. And at least we had some people pushing back against the vaccine bullshit. I was. I found it very unconstitutional to have backing by state governments, federal government, to mandate getting a vaccine. It's always been your choice if you wanted to get vaccinated or not. But they always bring out it always brings out the most stupidest fucking statement I could ever hear. If you don't get vaccinated, you can hurt people. If you don't get the COVID vaccine, you can give the COVID to somebody else and kill them. If you don't get the measles, you can get measles and die, and give it off to somebody else and they die. If you don't wear your seatbelt, that could cause that 18-wheeler to crash. If you don't wear your seatbelt. Thankfully, we did have some higher-up peoples that just said, you know what, fuck you. Aaron Rodgers, I gained a lot of respect for him over the shit.
Can you tell us about the mindset of coming into your last season? Like, that's a real thing, it feels like, because is everything better? Is everything funner? Is everything more awesome? Like, how do you kind of view this year versus maybe the years of the past?
I'm going to plead the fifth.
Okay.
That's a smart move.
Okay.
Like
Gotta
that.
love that guy.
Okay.
Like that absolute coward, Tony Fauci. Absolute coward.
Yeah.
Tony
Are you
Fletcher.
kidding me?
Yeah, 111
You got a
times.
pardon and you're in front and you pleaded over 100 times at the White House. What are you scared of, Tony?
Yeah.
I thought you were the science.
Yeah.
I thought you were I am science, and you get up there and you can't answer a question.
Yeah.
What are we doing? And how much time did the network spend at that? How much time did they spend on my responses every week, on my vaccination status,
Yes.
on Taylor and Travis's wedding? Did they do even a minute? Did they do even a minute on Tony Fauci?
No. I don't think I've heard anything.
I bet they
Nope.
didn't.
But on that note,
Then there was another scandal this offseason, too, involving a voter for MVP, for Coach of the Year. How much time did your network spend? Where's your cap? Did your network spend on
our
that?
network.
I wish
How much time did you spend?
This is awesome.
Go back to Fauci? Yeah. Go back to the coward Tony Fauci and science?
Hold on.
Who's spending the entire time writing in his diary about how fun it is to be famous? You got to be kidding me.
Okay, so on that note,
What are you going to say about me now?
Debate him,
What are you going to say about me
no,
now?
I got no debate here. You had a 500.
No, seriously, what are you going to say about me now? Now you can't talk about the COVID stuff because obviously it was made
In a lab in
in China. That's
Hell
like not
yes.
even questionable anymore. Tony Fauci is an absolute criminal. I'm on good terms with my family. I'm on good terms with my family. What are you going to say now? What are you going to say
I
now?
want to let you know, it's been a fun ride for you, I would assume, over the last
It's
couple.
been a great life and a great career. And it's nice to be sitting on this side now, especially after that coward played the fifth over 100 times.
Okay.
I thought you had a pardon there, Tony. Why couldn't you answer one question the entire time?
Okay,
Why
we
not?
got 4 minutes until the heart out.
Yeah, I got
do-
4
I do
more
feel
minutes.
like-
We can keep this shit going. We
I
can
do
keep it
feel
going.
like I
Anything
should-
else?
I got at least 4 minutes.
Okay.
Just nuking him. And it was good to see Pat get in on that, too. I don't know their reactions. That kind of seemed all right, but that's great. That's great. Something more on that? No. Yeah. There's something else on that too. Oh yeah, that was the nuked one. Now you got Pence out there.
I lost count in the country, but what was most troubling to me was I lost count of the number of times in the Situation Room where I asked Dr. Fauci if it might be possible that this came from a lab leak in Wuhan. And he assured me over and over again, even with other virologists at the table taking a different view, that it couldn't have come from a lab.
Do you think he lied to you?
I don't know what the source of it was.
I don't believe him for one fucking minute on that. I think he was part of it. But here's Kennedy going up against
But
Dana
I also
Bash.
don't want to use this interview to allow you to say things that aren't entirely true. You're talking about.
She doesn't want him to possibly have misinformation, even though she herself spent years and years on this channel spreading misinformation.
About therapeutics, fine. It is also factually true that the COVID vaccine worked. The COVID vaccine prevented.
No, there is absolutely zero proof that the vaccine works. Zero. We're still in phase 3 of the trials with an efficiency of like 1% that it might work. It might work. It might work. The side effects are worse than what actually getting the disease. It's not a disease. It's not a fucking disease. It's a goddamn fucking cold. It's a viral fucking cold. It's viral.
Prevented deaths. There is data upon data upon data. Let's talk about.
There's no data upon data. And now she's going to get into the fucking measles. Oh, there's a measles outbreak. Now you need to have 3 or 4 measles shots. The measles shots when you grew up are just not good enough. Now we got to slap you a couple more times in your life. Brett, you get measles. That will actually, you have a 99.9% chance of living through. They pretty much scrubbed the episode off of the Brady Bunch where they had to, everybody was so happy they got the measles. They get some ice cream, get to stay home from school for a couple of days.
The measles, please, because this is something that is happening as we speak. The
Do you think
cases
the
in the
COVID
U.S.
vaccine protected children?
I think that what I have talked to scientists and
You've
doctors
talked to
about.
scientists. Can you show me one study
Yes, I can.
that shows that
I can.
children were protected by the COVID vaccine?
I can tell you that
That
there are.
vaccine did more good than harm to children. Can you show me one study that shows that?
I can tell you that when
No,
it
she
comes
can't
to
show you one
vaccines,
fucking study.
There have been studies that
There's
show
been
that
studies.
because of vaccine
What
disinformation, there could have been 100 to 200,000 lives in the U.S. saved. But because people didn't get the vaccine, that's why. I'm not saying that it
Bullshit.
You
let
are
me finish.
saying
Let me
nonsense.
finish.
You are saying something that you cannot show me
Okay.
a single study.
I am
that
not
says
saying
that.
nonsense.
You
I
are
am
talking what
Yeah, she is talking nonsense. She can't back it up by any
somebody
means.
told you.
Excuse me.
And you
Let me
cite me the study.
What
study?
No, what
Cite
studies
me
are
the
you
study.
talking about? You're talking about studies that actually don't exist. I want to talk about.
Cite me the
I am.
I'm going to tell. That's the classic Democrat thing. Classic liberal thing. I don't have to show you. You show me. I believe what I believe because Fauci told me.
Study that you're talking about. If
I am
you
not
say
here
you've
to
seen
defend-
studies, cite me the study.
This is not productive. I am not here to defend all of the. Let me
You're
finish.
talking nonsense.
Let
You're
me
making
finish.
assertions you can't support, and then when I call you on them, you're telling me that I'm arguing.
Okay.
with
Do you want to talk about? You want to talk?
Yeah, and it's not like she's any friend to, especially the Trump administration. I mean, here she was in the terrible Biden debate with Trump, pointing out to
Immigration and border security. President Biden,
Ooh,
a record
she got a
number
point.
of
She got a
migrants
point.
have illegally crossed
Over
the
there,
southern
over there,
immigration
over
and
there.
border security.
Over-
President Biden.
She's giving key points to her to hey Biden, that's you. Pay attention. Listen to him. Listen to him. Hey, listen to him. I'll finish it out with this bootlicking son of a bitch that
How are you going
the government-run grocery stores, another form of socialism that is going to cost lots. They $35 billion for 4 or 5 stores, which doesn't make quite much sense to sell things 30% cheaper than normal. It's not going to work out.
Going to keep people from taking advantage of that, that deal, basically? And is there going to be a limit on the number of items that someone can take that are discounted at that level from that essential basket?
So our RFP makes very clear that this is a program for New Yorkers to be able to put food on the table, not a program for people to be able to make a quick buck through reselling. I'm going to pass it over to our EDC head, GPAC, to add some additional details.
GPAC?
Yes, if you look at our RFP for the operator, we are looking to make sure that we target New Yorkers, whether it be at sort of a library card-esque, and also we manage who's buying and that is focused on everyday New Yorkers. So we are mindful who's buying. And also we manage who's buying and that is focused on everyday New Yorkers. We are looking to make sure that we target New Yorkers, whether it be at sort of a library card-esque.
A library card-esque. And so, an ID? So, I go to New York, and I get a library, go to New York Public Library, get a library card. I'll just show that, and I'll go buy some food cheaper, right? Right? mean, you're still going to, we're not going to ID you. We just need a library-esque type ID. Because, otherwise, people are going to come from all over, go in there, buy out the store. Hell, 30% off, pretty much. If not more. More socialism. Somebody has to pay for that extra. Somebody's paying to keep the doors open. Your tax money's paying to keep that open. Your tax money's paying to subsidize that food. Because they're going to go out and they're going to pay full price. They're going to buy, say they buy a pound of hamburger from the butcher for $10 per pound, we'll say. Now they take it back and they put it on sale for $7. 30% off, right? It's a lot cheaper. Well, now you just paid $10 for it. Only got reimbursed. You lost $3 on the transaction. And you're going to stay there that way because you're going to tax people. And how do we tax people? Well, you know what? If you have a home here, we're going to, and you have another home somewhere else, we're going to tax you on this home a little bit higher, and blah, 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 blah. And it ends up, everybody's going to get taxed to death in New York, and everything's going to become a socialist country socialist area because you can't afford to work. You can't afford to buy groceries. Speaking of the pardons, the left wants to go on and on about, Trump pardoned all those criminals from January 6th. Well, okay. If they were criminals and they didn't deserve pardons, why did the people that went after them on this January 6th panel, why did they have to receive pardons then? That don't make sense. Who's the criminals then? Who really needed the pardons? The people staying in jail for 3 years without seeing a judge? Or the people that orchestrated it all? I'm waiting for that case to open up. Why did they? Well, I mean, they did destroy a lot of their shit that they weren't supposed to destroy. What? They've been pardoned from it, so now we can't charge them with the destruction. And we'll leave this tonight. Some Ayn Rand. She was a very smart woman. No difference between communism and socialism, except the means of achieving the same ultimate end. Communism proposes to enslave men by force, socialism by vote. It's merely the difference between murder and suicide. You'll vote yourself into we're trying to vote ourselves into socialism. That will turn to communism very fast. We saw that in Russia and a lot of other countries. Russia for sure. We see this in China. We see this in Vietnam. We've seen this in Cuba. For the people. For the people. For me. For me. Fuck you, people. Fuck you, for me. So, anyway, we'll call it a day today. We'll leave that for another day. I'll be back on Thursday and Saturday, 7 o'clock Central Time, coming to you here from the great state of Iowa. Of course, we're going to have more kooky wacky shit, and hopefully we can get some more resolve of what's going on over in Iran. I know some of the bombing and shit is kind of paused now, kind of waiting to see what's going to happen with that. So we'll get a little bit more into that, I think, on Thursday, and gas prices, oil prices, and see what other lunacy is going to happen between just 2 days. So, but catch me on Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays here at 7 o'clock, Rumble, X, YouTube, and subscribe, like me. Just tune in. Love to hear your input. So we'll talk to you on Thursday at 7 o'clock. Thank you very much, and God bless.